hopefully, when we get the issue fixed, we can hop back to the other game. If not, though, we'll have to see how that's gonna fare. But let's take a look at this match while we don't have the other game working anyway. Armani already off to a good start here, opted to go down to Appleton, Wisconsin. I lived there for a bit in Green Bay. Good times we had. That's this one. It's all the way up north. Shiina on point.
Yes, indeed on point. Shiina had kind of a rough week last Sunday. I didn't think he had 2 games and couldn't get a win through there. So therefore he's looking to get that one this time. The red rodent probably is a good tell here for Ireland.
Yeah. Both up there towards the north, not Gotland at all, as a matter of fact. And we're both on point as well. Correct islands, 22 damage will be all that she wrote in this one as we now get into round number 3. It's been a while since I've seen Shiina play. Great guy, very down to earth, very humble. It's yeah, it's been quite a bit since I've seen him in action. So curious to see how it's gonna fare here against Armani.
I was a bit surprised because he played twice last week, but it wasn't on the main cast probably then, because I was just looking up the stats for last week.
Yeah.
So I guess you didn't see him for that reason, but he did actually play.
I mean, he does play, but we haven't had the chance to of actually broadcasting him.
See him on the screen again and actually see what's happening.
Peruvian flag in the distance helps.
Yeah, very flat, sandy. Should put you to the north.
Was there an Ecuador flag next to it? Are we going back to borders? I couldn't quite tell, but I think there might have been.
Oh, did you spot something? Because
I'm getting good at flags. That's what I'm
but
getting
you're good
at
spotting those.
Yeah, apparently.
But it is too mountainous on the border between Ecuador and Peru for that to be possible.
Yeah.
But it is a...
Might have been a regional flag instead. They're both that right on top of each other. 4 points of damage within the same kilometer mark.
Yep, not many roads up the north. Especially if you line it up. It's maybe 2 or 3 roads left. It's a very good chance you end up in the same place. As we go over to this round, we are in Spain. 8 crosses on the pedestrian walk sign. Looks a bit more... Does it actually? I had a northern vibe, but now that I've seen Shiina's screen... It's like always when I try to make a guess sound and they pan to the other direction and it looks completely different and I'm like, should I finish the sentence?
You didn't finish your sentence, so you're alright. You're safe. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll tell you one thing. It looks warm. It looks like at the time of filming it's 40+ degrees.
It is, and it looks pretty open as well, which you usually get around Zaragoza or Valladolid.
Shiina found a mark, like an A road indicator. Not sure how much she's going to be able to use it for, but something. At least from as soon as he found it, he instantly opened up his map. We'll see if that's paying off. No, frustration on the face there. I think he knew. Something tells me that he had all the intel he needed off of the road sign that he saw, but he just couldn't, he couldn't find the location in time.
Yeah, it looks like in hindsight, it made sense for him to be there.
Exactly.
But unlucky.
Those are the frustrating ones. I could only imagine the ones where you feel like, I know I should have won that. Sign leading to Johannesburg, meaning, of course, you're not in Johannesburg. Probably just able to get there.
That is true. I mean, there are a lot of big cities around Johannesburg.
True.
So these could still have a sign to Johannesburg on them. If you look at the map on Shiina's screen right now, he's swapped up. He heard me talking and he just panned away from it right when I was about to talk about it. But you can see a lot of big label towns around it.
Yep.
But they both are in Bethel right now. It does line up with the grid as well. Now we have the bridge in front. Shiina is using that. He does spot it and he should be on the factory right now. We see the bridge in front of him.
Go. 42 meters off. Solid playing coming through from the Japanese player. It's only going to amount to 6 damage, but still, we love the 5Ks when we get them.
We do indeed, and we are in India now. Seems like. I'm not sure if that poll was... We passed it pretty quick, but it looked like a Madhya Pradesh poll to me. I am not sure if it was.
A lot of info.
We have information here.
If you can read
Not
the
in
text,
Latin.
that is. They both found the same one. They're on each their side of it.
Yep, we have, I guess, pretty far
Enough
east
info.
in Madhya Pradesh from Armani, so
Yeah.
maybe that's confirming it. Shiina, however, pretty far west. It is a big state.
Going all the way on the other side.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, I think he was, I mean, not necessarily in 5K territory, but he was pretty much on point. And then, as they usually do in the last couple of seconds, they'll go click, 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 click. And he actually actively moved further away from where it ended up being the right location. So, could have been even more detrimental. Maybe even B game, honestly, with how close Shiina was initially. But Armani gets to stay alive to see round 7.
Could have definitely ended there. However, we get to see this round. We are in the Philippines. We have a lot of trikes. Trikes are a very good clue to use in Philippines because there are a lot of region-specific ones based on how they're built. But it's a lot. You have to learn a lot. But if you learn it, it can come in very, very handy. But what's also helping in the Philippines is usually the province names. You see them all over the place. We have 82 provinces, I think, in the Philippines. So with that given, it can rule down the area as well. It seems like we have it on Shiina's screen. I cannot read it. It's a bit too small on my end.
Armani is
But
going all
if
the way
he
up towards
got
the north,
it,
and Shiina is going to be right.
That will definitely be game with 4 times damage in a big country like the Philippines.
Great guess on Shiina. You know what I love? It's for the most part, Japanese players are usually very humble in both in victory and defeat in these type of games. But I love it when you see that even then, like Shiina couldn't quite contain himself because it was a really, really good guess. It was like, yeah, there was trying to be humble, but still share the excitement. It was great to see. Great to see some emotion out of Shiina, who usually just remains super cool and calm all the way through. Very excited for that win there.
There is a reason to be happy, especially if you are late into the game and just want to have it off. If all the pressure builds up, you just want to have that sweet victory. And therefore, it's very fair for him to feel that relief and be happy about it.
For sure.
We are going over to the no-move game. We are in far north Argentina. It looks very lush green. We have this, what I call Corrientes Road. Very common in Corrientes State province. But it is a bit further north. I would have probably guessed where Armani guessed. But a nice commitment from Shiina. We know Shiina is pretty good in Argentina. I've seen a lot of great Argentina guesses from Shiina. Not just only in the World League, but also before that.
Yeah.
I knew Shiina is a great player. You know, I had to study him a little bit before I played in the World Championship. I did look at his game summaries, I did check out what Shiina is good at, and I saw some insane scores in Argentina from him. So I
pretty
knew
intimidating.
maybe on Argentina rounds, you know, if it happens that I play against him, I should be cautious. But yeah, we move on to this round, which looks like Mexico to me.
Yeah, you got the...
Oh, we have Armani's Plunk on it already, yep.
Yeah.
Short plates.
Pole there. Isn't it octagon pole on the right side there?
Should be.
I think it is.
Should be.
I think it is. That's at least usually my tell.
Gen
for all the noobs out there.
Camera quality is usually more common in the northern half of Mexico.
See, 2 seconds to go. Taking their dear time here. What are we getting? It is Mexico. Correctly so. And both equally foul as they wave to one. I love this. The fact they're looking at the correct location from a distance, stood there hand in hand. A little casual wave to one another, both wishing they were somewhere else.
Yep. I mean, that was nothing to predict that they both end up in the same city, given how non-distinct it was.
Again, it's the fact of like them being trained from the same school of GeoGuessr, and therefore usually their vibes sending them in same directions.
Definitely. This time I can tell the season. We are in Kazakhstan. It is definitely fall season. And with that given, we should be in that eastern pocket right there where they both end up around Seme and Oskiman.
See, Armani, first one to log in once again. It's early days, these rounds. They are allowed to pretty much run all the way out to the end of it. Shiina still micro-adjusting his position. The whale jumping around the map. And close here once again, but both within the region. Damage is minimal.
And we move over to this round. Gives Indonesia vibes off the bat. With that car, I'm not sure. The architecture is also weird. I thought of Kalimantan or Sulawesi here. Maybe Sulawesi is more likely with that yellow tag on the pole, very commonly found in Sulawesi.
That's exactly where Shiina is going, at least initially, looking to go even further south.
Yep, they are scanning, maybe trying to find that body of water they have next to them. If
there's
work that out, especially with the land.
Yeah, exactly. They have a pretty good inkling of the bay, or whatever it may be that they're stood in. And see land on the other side, trying to line it up with the compass, see what they got working for them. So they're both going to log in on the very southeastern tip of Busan Island, or at least close there too. But there you have it. Shiina once again. Almost with the 5k.
Very good read of that body of water and how it aligned.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for a good sign. It's not only finding it, you always have to imagine it in your head first, how it has to look on the map, and then you also have to find it. So combining both those two is a skill you don't learn in a matter of just a couple days. It does take time. Very good from Shiina there, and now we are back in Argentina, and I've mentioned it already. This, however, looks like more newer coverage. A lot of releases happened in 24 in Argentina. Is it one of the new stuff? Even in 25 already we have new Argentina coverage. Yep, was around there.
Shiina is playing an incredible game right now. I mean, you can't really fault Armani too much because he's not that far off with his guesses, but Shiina sits close on all of them. So far flawless here in this one too. All the way through round 5 now. Into round 6 we go.
Round 6 indeed. 3.5 damage already. We are in the US, I think. These poles look more American rather than Canadian, I think. However, the vegetation looks more like, especially with a big mountain, I thought it could be British Columbia, maybe. But the infrastructure and everything going on around does look more like the US.
Well, plenty of locations to go with. The entire borderline seems selectable, at least the western part of it. Armani is set right on the line. Not sure where to commit to, and yet another round where the timer is going to run all the way out.
We have Transformers looking towards the roads, which is a clue for British Columbia as well. So I have very mixed feelings now. Okay, it was just the US. I cannot blame Armani at all for clicking on the border there.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of stuff speaking for the US. And on the other hand, there was other stuff speaking for British Columbia there.
Right on the border, or as close as can be. 700 damage worth to Armani as we go from mountains into the vast flat landscapes of at least what Armani thinks to be Canada.
Yep, Saskatchewan is, again, a default guess here by the looks with how sandy it is, with those slight rolling hills. But overall, a general flatness. Gravel road as well, all those three things combined is something you see a lot in Saskatchewan, especially in the southwest, where they both did end up with their guesses.
Definitely. Let's see here, round 8. Time moves slowly, but from one flat landscape into a mountainous one this time around, though no trees at all. Plenty of bushes. Outside of that, very desolate. This could, if we remove the road, this could be like a, what do you call it, a robot shot from another planet.
Yep, and this is the type
And
of
the deer.
round. Yeah, why is there a deer in the middle of
I
nowhere?
don't know. It's just chilling on the middle of the road.
There's nothing going on around. Yeah, got kind of lost.
Yeah, I think so.
He made it back to where he belongs to, but yeah, this should be Argentina with how open it is, because this landscape can also happen in Peru. But with how open it is, I feel like that would be weird for Peru maybe, because the valleys in Peru are a bit tighter than this, not that far open. So they both end up in very far north. Arnie hovering over Peru considering it, but he was
again.
right. But
All
once
Armani
again,
can do is be frustrated. He's
Shiina
getting...
is just getting so many Argentina rounds, and I've already said
That's
it.
the thing.
He's just too good at it.
I mean, all he can do is being frustrated on the side of Armani. He's getting all of his guesses at 4K plus, but Shiina is just completely untouchable. 9 rounds in, and he's still flawless.
Yeah, that is very impressive stuff. This should be Quebec, if it's Canada. No.
Armani went New Brunswick. Shiina is hovering over Maine.
It's
You say Quebec.
It should be Maine then. The Transformer speaks for New Brunswick. The Insulator speaks for Nova Scotia. Okay, it was New Brunswick with the Insulator to the road.
Shiina,
That's
look
happened.
at that. That's massive damage
And-
come through. It's just 200 kilometers off, and Shiina knew it instantly. Like, oh no, that should have been mine. I do not want to let Armani back in this game.
I mean, even though we had the Insulator towards the road, which is
Okay.
more of a thing for Nova Scotia or Quebec, Armani still committing for New Brunswick is something I have to shout out.
Gelotris. Round number 10, Shiina gets Japan.
He does get
Is
Japan.
it scripted?
Might
We've
be.
seen it before. We've seen it before. I think it was Karani that got an Australia round in round 10 in one of his games. We'll see now if Shiina can make the most of it here.
Yeah, I think it is Toyama. At least it's that region of Japan, because those striped horizontal stickers on the pole are specific to that region, and they both will know it. So Armani will know it as well.
Well, statistics
However,
say that Armani should be
Shiina
better.
is still considering further west of that
He's
region.
got the lead.
If he commits there, and it actually is downtown Toyama,
It is!
And it is.
Oh!
with 5.5,
Whoa.
it will not be enough. It is so close.
No!
All three of us. You see Armani leaning in. You see
Yeah.
Shiina being scared. I'm getting hyped up. Not even close.
300 points. The frustration which could have sent us into an NPC is instead gonna be Armani going away with nothing. What